Hi friends, this is Monish from English with Technical Monish. First of all, happy Dasara to you and your family. Let this festival give you hope and light in your life. So, in today's class, we are going to discuss the Hindu editorial of October 2nd. And October 2nd is special for its two occasions. One is Gandhi Jayanti and Lal Bahadur Shah Jayanti. So, coming to the first part, we have vocabulary. The first word on the screen we have is harnessed. The first word is harnessed. Harnessed is a verb and harnessed means kattubadda. Harnessed means kattubadda. Controlled and utilized effectively. Controlled and utilized effectively is called as harness. Next synonyms are exploited, mobilized and deployed. Exploited, mobilized and deployed are similar in meaning of harnessed. And now moving on to the antonyms, we have squandered, dissipated and wasted. Squandered, dissipated and wasted are the opposite words of harness. Example, if credit is properly harnessed, India's manufacturing share in GDP can rise significantly. If the credit is properly controlled or utilized effectively, then the India's manufacturing share in GDP can rise significantly. Next word we have is consortium. Consortium. It is a noun and consortium means kutami, an association of organizations or groups for a common purpose. An association or organizations or groups of a common purpose is called as consortium. Synonyms are syndicate, cartel, alliance. Syndicate, cartel and alliance. Antonyms are rival, adversary, competitor. Rival, adversary and competitor are the opposite words for consortium. A banking consortium has been proposed to harmonize transmission mechanisms for MSME. So, a banking consortium, a banking organization has been proposed to harmonize transmission mechanisms for MSME. Next word we have impulses. Impulses is noun and it means preranalu. Impulses mean preranalu. Motivating forces or sudden drives. Motivating forces or sudden drives are called as impulses. Synonyms are stimuli, proclivities, urges. Stimuli, proclivities and urges are the synonyms for impulse. And now moving on to the opposite words, we have deterrence, disincentives. Deterrents and disincentives are the opposite words for impulses. Example, we have policy impulses from the RBI continue to shape the flow of liquidity into manufacturing. Policy impulses from the Reserve Bank of India continue to shape the flow of liquidity into the manufacturing. Now moving on to the next word, we have surgical. The word is surgical and it is an adjective. And surgical means sukshmamaina, extremely precise and targeted. Extremely precise and targeted is called as surgical. Synonyms are meticulous, incisive, exacting. Meticulous, incisive and exacting are the synonyms for surgical. And moving on to the antonyms, we have indiscriminate, haphazard. Indiscriminate and haphazard. Sentence, analysts called for surgical measures to ensure credit reaches only the most productive industrial sectors. Analysts, data analyzers called the called for surgical measures, called for extremely precise measures to ensure the credit reaches only the most productive industrial sectors. Next word we have is aggregate. Next word is aggregate and it is a noun. Aggregate means mottam. Aggregate means mottam. So the total formed by combining elements. The total formed by combining the elements is called as aggregate. Synonyms: corpus, accumulation. Corpus and accumulation are the synonyms for aggregate. Antonyms: fragment, fraction, portion. Fragment, fraction and portion are the opposite words for aggregate. Example: the aggregate demand across rural and urban India will decide how effectively credit drives growth. So the aggregate demand. So the total demand across urban and rural India will decide how effectively the credit drives the growth. Next word we have is accretive. Next word is accretive and it is an adjective. Accretive means పెరుగుతూ ఉండే. Accretive means పెరుగుతూ ఉండే. Adding value or growth, increasing in amount. Adding value or growth or increasing in amount is called as accretive. Synonyms are cumulative, expansive. Cumulative and expansive. Opposite: erosive, depletive, diminishing. Erosive, depletive and diminishing are the opposite words for accretive. Sentence: technology upgrades are seen as accretive to India's long-term industrial growth story. So, technology upgrades are seen as growth to India's long-term industrial story. Next word we have is recoup. Next word is recoup and it is a verb. Recoup means పునరుద్ధరించుకోవడం. పునరుద్ధరించుకోవడం is called as recouping. To regain or recover something lost. To regain or recover something lost is called as recoup. Synonyms are retrieving, reimburse or regain. So retrieving, reimburse and regain are the synonyms of recoup. Opposite are forfeit, squander, waste. Forfeit, squander and waste. Example: manufacturing firms seek to recoup pandemic era losses through better access to credit transmission. Manufacturing firms seek to recover pandemic era losses. So the losses which were occurred during the pandemic COVID era, they were manufacturing firms were trying to recover from those losses through better access to credit transmission. Next word we have is diluted. Next word is diluted and it is a verb. Diluted means తగ్గించబడిన. Diluted means తగ్గించబడిన. Weakened in force, concentration or value. Weakened in force, concentration or value is called as diluted. Synonyms are vitiated, weakened, diminished. Vitiated, weakened and diminished are the synonyms of diluted. And moving on to the antonyms, we have fortified, intensified. Fortified and intensified. Example: we have the effect of accommodative policies often gets diluted due to uneven implementation across bank. The effect of accommodative policies often gets diluted due to the uneven implementation across different banks. Next word we have is seeded. Next word is seeded and seeded is a verb which means ప్రారంభించబడిన. ప్రారంభించబడిన is called as seeded. Initiated or introduced at the beginning. initiated or introduced at the beginning is called as seeded. Synonyms: instigated, inaugurated, instigated and inaugurated, and the antonyms are extinguished, concluded, ended. Extinguished, concluded, and ended are the antonyms of seeding. Example: recent reforms seeded confidence that manufacturing could expand its role in the economy. Recent reforms. So, these recent reforms in the government have inaugurated confidence that the manufacturing could expand its role in the economy. Next word we have is accommodative. Next word is accommodative, and accommodative is an adjective which means Anukulata Kaligina. Anukulata Kaligina. Inclined to adjust or be flexible, often describing monetary policy. Inclined to adjust or being flexible is called as accommodative. Synonyms are conciliatory, pliant, complaint. So, conciliatory, pliant, and complaint are the synonyms of accommodative. Then antonyms are rigid, harsh, unyielding. Rigid, harsh, and unyielding are the antonyms of accommodative. Sentence: the RBI's accommodative stance has encouraged lending, but uneven benefits persist in the system. So, the RBI's flexibility stance has encouraged lending, but uneven benefits also are included in that system. Now, moving on to the one word substitutions. The first word we have is conservationist. Conservationist. So, a person who protects the environmental and wildlife. A person who protects the environment and wildlife is called a conservationist. So, conservation means protecting, and IST is a person. Next, poacher. Next word is poacher. So, a person who illegally hunts animal. A person who illegally hunts animal is called as a poacher. Next, steward. Next word is steward, and steward means a person who takes care of something on behalf of others. So, a person who takes care of something on behalf of others is called as a steward. Next, cartographer. Next word we have is cartographer, and cartographer is a person who makes map. A person who makes map is called as a cartographer. Now moving on to the idioms and phrases. The first idiom on the screen, over the moon. The first idiom is over the moon. It means extremely happy. Also we have on cloud nine. On cloud nine also means extremely happy or excited. Next, lose one's temper. Lose one's temper. This idiom means to get angry. To get angry is losing one's temper. Next, down in the dumps. Down in the dumps. This idiom means that you are very sad. If someone is very sad, we can, instead of asking him why are you very sad, we can say why are you down in the dumps. Next, in seventh heaven. In seventh heaven, full of joy. Full of joy can be often termed as in seventh heaven. Next, a drop in the ocean. A drop in the ocean means a very small part of what is needed. A very small part of what is needed is called as a drop in the ocean. Now we have the recapitulation. So let us recap some of the important words which were asked previously. So Which is the antonym of obnoxious? So wait a second. Sorry guys, the questions were not updated. So yeah, these questions were from yesterday's. I guess they didn't updated this today's quizzes. So no worries, we'll be seeing new vocabulary of tomorrow's along with tomorrow's recapitulation. Sorry for the inconvenience caused today. So that's it for today's class. Hope you did like this session. If you did like this session, then make sure to subscribe the channel and also hit the like button. And also don't forget to join the Telegram channel English with Technical Monish, which the link is given in the description, or else you can scan this QR code. In this PDF, in this channel, you will be getting access to PDF and quiz over there. So make sure to join the Telegram channel along with this YouTube channel. See you guys in tomorrow's video. Till then, keep studying and practicing. Goodbye.